Aditya again. I've been doing this section for a long time now. And I guess one thing about human being, I don't know, not everybody. If you keep on doing the same thing over and over and over and again, you get tired at some point because the results will not, you won't get improved results, or you won't get the results you desire. And again, the reason why me I get tired of doing the same thing over and over again, it's because I'm not making money. Imagine I'm making a little money here and there. I'll still keep on doing the same thing over and over again. So I'm grateful that I don't have money at that moment to put in into those experience I had in the previous years. Though I I did trade uh, prop challenges then, even though I did not fail any of them. I think the first one, 2021, was due to the time limit. I was unable to beat the time limit. I think I made 6% or something like that instead of 10%. I struggled a lot with that. And then the next one was, I think, through bolt or something like that. They disabled their account. I was Jordan actually, but they disabled their account. It says scam prop farm. And I guess the third one, I struggled with that one for a long period of time. Yeah, I did for a long period of time. And eventually, the guy get tired. The guy got tired of everything because I'm not making any money and I'm not even passing the face. It's one face, so I was making more profit and give it back and forth like that. Uh, then decided to collect the account. And during the period I collected the account, I was able to like learn a new stuff. Even though I later struggle with that stuff again, I really struggle for a long period of time. And one of the major problem is I don't like taking loss. I don't like to. I don't like taking loss. Even though I take them severally, that people around me saying, "Guy, why are you taking loss like this?" Like, and when you don't like something, when you don't like something, you tend to fear them. Actually, some people say, "Yeah, I don't. I'm not afraid of it. I just don't like it to get it." That means you're afraid of it in one way or the other. Yeah. So, and for me to conquer that, I have to embrace it. So I embraced my losses for a long time. It got to a point I even got used to it. I'll take a loss like I don't care. And what helped me is like the risk management. I don't risk too much on the trade. So I was able to solve that part then. Still, regardless, I don't like I just like taking loss. Like I don't like taking loss. So I was able to I continue doing that, make profits back and forth and give it up again. And lots and several kind of mistakes, and the new mistakes or the new errors tend to be personal issue, which means that I'm not disciplined enough, or at some point I'm not taking it serious like a business. I see like a side hustle that I can do at any time, and it shows in my results. Even though it shows in my results, I'm grateful I did not take it serious like that because I'm able to learn some stuff from my mistakes and error. Not even some stuff, majority of what I've learned today now, the new development in my system and every other details is it is due to my mistakes and error I continue making in the market. And the difference between me and any other person, or maybe some people, I don't know, is that I have learned from top traders that you have to check on those losses, you have to check on those mistakes and write about them. You have to journal your trades, you have to record everything. It's because I did a lot of recording, that's why I could like go back to my data and check, guy, what are you doing here? This is nonsense. This is nonsense. You have to make changes to it. You can't continue like this. So it become painful at some point. I have to like make the changes. So and what have helped me so much again is that I started making inquiries about my system. So it's more like I'm the mentor and I'm the trader. So I'll ask question. Why am I getting this at this point? what if you trade like this? Why even? What's the result? What's the percentage of this pin bar coming up? What's the percentage of this certain setup working? What are the the, the the details you need to take notes when it's not working? What are the details you you need to write down? What are the details to know if it is going to work out? What are the details to decide and to make decision on the best setup? Because at the end of the day, you don't want to take unnecessary losses. You want to find a way to avoid those losses. It is not that I'm avoiding the uncertainty in the market, but it does not make sense. If you can develop, you have to like develop yourself. I was watching a guy interview. The guy grew, I think, was able to grow his account 32% in a year. He was interviewed by trader Nick rather. So the guy, while checking the guy's my FX book, I noticed that he had this drawdown, kind of drawdown, then he was able to make money, which skyrocket him, skyrocket him for with a huge daily profit, and he was able to make like 30 something percent on the account. Then he started having this drawdown. Well, the reason I make I the reason why I decide to state this example is that he made mention that he's looking for a perfect entry. Like he's watching out for the perfect entry. He did not say the perfect entry like that. He said make sure that his entry has a tight stop loss. Then whenever he wins, he had the outrageous profits. Then that means you'll be taking a very stop loss, because if you have a stop loss, you are tend to get stopped out several times that number, which is the kind of system I also built. I analyze on 1 hour, and I want to go down to 15 minutes of my entry. So 15 minutes is a crazy time frame as well, but still moderate compared to 5 minutes and 1 minute. But it's still a lower time frame as well. So I want to go down there to enter with 2 pips, 3 pips, less than 10 pips stop loss. That's always my target for every one of my entries. I have my model. My model is based on top bottom and M pattern and W pattern. That was what I am able to develop to level it is to sophisticated to the advanced level it is today. So the point is, he's not ready to give up the small stop loss system that gave him outrageous results. That means he's always waiting. I don't want to use always. He waits for that perfect trade before executing. That perfect trade with small stop, but that means going to get stop, and it will affect the psychology a lot of time. Let me see, for example, now I was able to make a crazy uh, changes with my system. And what is that crazy changes I made with my system? On average, I will get stop out 8 times. Maybe when I have winners in a month, 8 times as a swing trader actually. So I do get stop like 8 times in a month. But the point I'm trying to make here is, let's take a sample size of 10 trades. Let's take a sample size of 10 trades. That 10 trades, I'm losing 6 times and I'm winning 4 times. I'm winning 4 times. I know very well I'm going to lose 6 times, and I know that, or my mind know that, but my mind is not ready psychologically to accept the losses before I can get that winners. So that means I have 40% win rate, and that 40% of the time, each winner gave me like 4 hours or 3 hours, which means it will cover the losses. But the mind does not care. It does not care unless until you become a professional, a pro in this game. The mind does not care. You have a losing streak certainly, but I don't want to say you should aim for higher higher weight. If you're not aiming for higher weight, that means you are risking a little. Let's say for example 0.1. That means whenever you lose, you you don't care, and then when you win, yeah, it's a lazy winner. And that means you need a very big bank account or trading capital to trade with. So going back to the 10 sample size, 40% win rate, 4 winners out of 10, 6 losers. Imagine having this streak: first loser, second loser, third loser. It takes a pro, it takes someone, a trained mind, to continue executing without trying to make changes to that system, without trying to add something up or do just try and perform a magic just to have that next winner. It takes. I'm not even talking about someone who have backtested 5 years data herself. You don't even need to backtest it 5 years data before you know that you you are going to do the backtesting for a long period of time and you still continue making the same mistakes. That is the mind. You have to train your mind to accept your uh, result or the possible results you are going to get in the future. But it is not easy. You have to go through it, not through backtesting, because not is that tricks and backtesting. We are talking about money here. You have to be able to risk continue. So that's why it takes time actually. That's why it takes time. So compare that to a 80% win rate. You know very well, even if you have a loser, you know there is high probability of having a next winner down the road. That your trade is going to be a next winner down the road. Because you have 80% win rate and just two of them are going to end up as a loss. So you won't find it hard to execute. Though there is there's an issue with that one also. You might feel on top of the world and start risking higher amounts. But a trader is just someone at the middle. You have to balance in between high risk and low risk, and I think you just have to you just have to be balanced to be able to execute well. And yeah, that's that. That's that. Let me continue my execution. And in this video, we'll be focusing on. I bring out my book, which is important. There is a quote by Charlie. Come, let me check. Yeah, the quote by Charlie Munger, the late Charlie Munger, is so rest in peace. He said, "No wise pilot, no matter how great his talent and experience, fails to use a checklist." And this is true. I have made a lot of wrong decision choosing the making. There's a process with the way I trade. At first, I do the narrative, then the next day I trade the narrative. So whenever I'm doing the narrative, I use my memory, what I've known. I don't use a checklist, and the process is mostly analyzing from my phone and or a quick analyze narrative analysis on my PC without any checklist. You see, the social media mindset is really affecting us. You see a lot of people trading from phone, like they make it so look so easy, and it's a big career that we need to take serious. How many times have you seen a hedge fund trader posting on social media or their activities on how they trade? It is always this average fake guru on the internet that make majority of the money from selling course to us. I won't say to you because I've been part of their victim before. So that portray the wrong mindset on how to trade. You know, at the beginning you struggle a lot, which is normal, but you should not struggle more than a year or 2 years with the right information. But the right information is not right there. It is not from all these gurus. I've taken over almost everything. So you have the various courses on how this also work, how this also work. After you're done learning all that, you still take a whole lot of mentoring and reviewing. And mentoring means someone checking on your shoulder. Guy, you're not doing something right here. What you're doing here? Okay, show me your trade today. Show me your trade for the week. Let's analyze. Are you doing exactly what you need to do? Okay, this is what you said last week, but you're not doing it. Say you do this, but you're not doing nobody to do that for you, and that's what they do at the traditional prop firms. So from today, I've made a promise to use checklists for almost everything. I don't want to make a human error, and the human error are translated to majority of the time to unnecessary loss, because if I did my narrative and I'm not supposed to trade, then I said okay, I think that's a trade there, and I actually trade. Either I make money or lose on that trade. It is not the best practice, and it will affect my overall result in the future. That's for people or person that do check on his results after the day or after the week or after the month. So let's get back to business. So yeah, the reason what triggered this conversation is that I would execute a trade here, for example. Yeah, that's why I put AS. I think what does that AS means? That AS means avoided. Yeah, it's supposed to be AL, avoided loss. That's one.